Aragon. We have 10 riders, so that's a lot better than the past couple of rounds where pretty much half the field have been extinct. Here we have Jack Berman to start the opening, who was starting the opening lap of the session, but completely stuffed that up. So it's actually going to be Finley who will start the first session as Davies takes an extremely odd line. Through turn 1 goes Finley, nicely done. This is one of the longest tracks that the guys will have to do this season. Maybe even the longest, and what a tank slapper by Finley there. So this is probably going to be the shortest race lap wise, and also the probably feel like the longest qualifying because they won't get many laps. As Davies has completely locked up the rear there and is having to pull out of his lap. So now it's going to be Max who is leading the field on this lap. For the lagging bikes. Oh, Max has gone down. And Josh has gone straight on, so now it's going to be howling. I'm just doing some things on my phone that I have to do during these times. Hope it's not too distracting for you. Why is my brain dead? So howling now into the tight left-hander. We sort of like some Toprak. Somehow doing a stoppie yet going round the outside of Alex Lowe's in World Superbikes this season, so I don't think it's quite possible to do this on this game, but if anyone can, I will be very impressed. I don't know whether he's constantly on the limits there or that's just lag, just going in there, but we'll see. Well, we can't see, but here comes howling across the line to the first lap of the session. It's only taken just over 3 minutes. It's a 53.2, which, from what I've heard, isn't the most competitive of lap times. And now we have Mini, who has been on quite a roll recently. He got his first ever win at Kimi Ring, he got his first ever podium, you could say, at wherever they were last week. My memory fades me, but Mini goes second. I don't know why, I can't remember where on earth they were last week. Chang, that was it, Chang. Here comes Nelson, who isn't on a lap. Josh now down the straight. Yeah, they maxed it out. Look how long this straight is. Jack Berman is on a competitive lap. Josh goes over the crest. Oh, Nelson's gone down on his lap. And Josh goes second, but Jack Berman looking to take pole position. Jack crosses the line and goes into pole position, but here comes Finley now down the straight. Could he take pole position off him? These two begin front rows. And podiums in Moto 2. I can't remember if Finley's actually got a podium, he's definitely been on the front row. Can he take pole position? Yes, again by half a second. Good going, guys. Now he's Deck. He's one of the favourites for pole position today. He's been... Well, he's not... His pace hasn't been disappointing, but his just luck has been pretty disappointing. Just never in the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, either gets long laps, penalty, or he gets run wide, or knocked off, or just crashes himself. But he's looking for a bit more fortune here at Aragon. as now he enters the chicane. I'm expecting a very competitive lap time from Deck, as it still is in third red sector. Deck is still still without a win this season, which I find very strange to think. In the pace set, especially at like Assen. He has had a podium at least, so it's not been a complete disaster. The Deck now round the final corner. He sets the bike up. And he goes into pole position by 1.3 seconds. Incredible. Mohammed crosses the line and goes into 6th. Many now crossing the line, and he goes into 5th. Jack Berman, currently 3rd, is in the 3rd sector now. Big moment by Jack there. Sets the bike up, and now he goes all the way down the straight. Nelson with a red sector too, so keep an eye on him. Howlings has invalidated his lap time. Nelson's made a mistake as he's had to pull into the pits. Can Jack Berman improve on his position? So close, just 23 thousandths away. Here comes Davies for his opening lap. And he's 8th. That's not a great lap time. I hope he can chop some time off. And now Finley's improving. How much can he reduce the gap to Deck and open the gap to everyone else? And he improves by 0.2 of a second. Now here comes Max in his opening lap. That's even worse. Oh dear, so we have some people who clearly are struggling right now. I hope they can fix it for the race. Nelson, another red sector too. He could really do have been on the front row to fight for the win, and because he needs to for the championship. So Mohammed goes across the line and goes into 4th, and here comes Mini now. And he remains 6th. That's a bit odd at the end there. There's Nelson round the final corner, and he's missed the early apex by quite a margin. He's going to cut it back, get a lot of exit speed. Where will he go? 2nd place. Maybe that little mistake has cost him a chance. Off pole. Then here comes Howling. It's been important for him. Can he get onto the front row? No. That might be it for Howling. Howling's lagging, he's stuttering, but he's not flying all over the place, so he is fine for now, because he is not at home, he is in a hotel, so he's relying on hotel Wi-Fi, but at the moment he seems mostly stable, so, but if he does go out killing people, then unfortunately he's going to be DQ'd, as Jack Berman nabs the front row from Finley, who is still on a lap actually. Who's he behind? He's behind Davies, who isn't the greatest person to be behind, to be honest, at this stage of the championship. But Howling's improved in Sector 1. Deck's gone down. That is his session over. Howling it continues to improve into Sector 2. This, yeah, I forget what else. Getting a bit annoyed to this. Mini's also improving, so the two Graffiti bikes improving in their third sectors. As Howling goes round the final corner. Where will he go? He goes into fifth, and Mini improves his time, but unable to improve on any positions. And Nelson, who ran the final corner, taking a little bit of a better entry line there. Can it be enough to get pole? Probably not, but you never know. He crosses the line, and no, not an improvement. So it is Deck who takes pole position, just like he did at Assen. Nelson second, Jack Berman third, Finley fourth, Howling fifth, Mohammed sixth, Mini seventh, Josh eighth, Davies ninth, and Max in 10th. Excuse me.
Welcome to the...
So the guys just choose the tyres. Right, so everybody is ready. To Deck on pole. Nelson second and Jack Berman in third. Oh, Jack Berman didn't jump the start, so it's Howling, so it's Mohammed. Whereas they all go off into turn one, it's going to be Mohammed who leads. No, it's Nelson. Oh no. And it's Jack Berman who's gone down. Oh my lord, Nelson went extremely well, but it's Mohammed who leads the way from Deck and then from Howling. So Deck will be leading, Nelson in second. Is that Finley there? Taking a bit too much inside curb, and Josh goes round the outside. So now they enter the hairpin sections. As Nelson and Howling have a coming together, and Howling has gone down. So the two or three people who've got long lap penalties are now out the race. Well, not out the race, but have crashed. As Finley, Nelson, and Max have collisions there. As now they break down into the reverse corkscrew. So they're going to set up a move. He's going to go round the outside, which turns to the inside. Oh, Josh goes up the inside of Deck there, but not able to capitalise on the move. And I think Mohammed takes along that caught Deck off guard by quite a bit. As now Deck takes the lead and will be looking to clear off. Still without a win on this game in any league. Well, any league in this season so far. So we want to chase that. Nelson's got him down! Oh, and so is Finley. Oh no. Oh my god, here comes Josh up the inside. No. Josh needs to... He needs to use the slipstream down this straight to stay with Deck and try and attack. As Mini has now found himself battling with Max for third place. Josh isn't quite close enough. As Max is now on the slipstream, can he make his way past Mini? Looks up the inside. Mini just says, No, when he closes the door, and who is that? It's Mohammed and Davies now. Mohammed's found himself in 6th. Mohammed has to do two long penalties still. Howling's managed to do one of them. As they break, these two break now for turn 1, and Mohammed stays in front of Davies. Back at the front, Deck leads by half a second from Josh. Mini in 3rd, who's starting to leave Max. Max in 4th, Mohammed 5th. Davies in 6th, who's just... How have you got a long lap penalty in 1 lap and 2 corners? How's that even possible? Jack Berman, oh my god, it was out wide, it was Max. So you got Jack Berman in 7th. Nelson, well, he was 8th. He no longer is. And you have Finley and Howling in 9th. Josh is not letting Deck go. He's keeping that. He's keeping that gap at just half a second. But oh, he's wide. Never mind. Forget me. He's made a mistake. But he was doing so well, and just he was pushing to stay with Deck there, and he's just made a little mistake that might give Deck the clean air he needs to clear off into the distance to never be seen again. As Mohammed now has managed to do the first long lap successfully this time, and he goes into the left-hander. He runs a little bit wide onto the curb, but that's okay. Jack Berman's completely missed the corner. Jack Berman not being able to do the 2 long laps yet, and Josh has now, from what the start of this lap was just under half a second, has now gone to 2.4. So Dex just absolutely put the hammer down, and now it's oh, what are these two doing? Interesting tactic from Jack there, and to go through the corner. Oh, he's looking up the inside, and he's not through, as they still go side by side down the straight as into the first corner. And Finley still holding it round the outside as it switches to the inside for turn 2, but that's going to run a little bit offline, a bit wide, and Jack's going to go back up the inside. He's not close enough to make an attack as they go through turn 3, which then changes to left hander of turn 4. Jack Berman's going to send it up the inside, nearly hits the rear. He's going to send it into turn 5. A nice block pass there by Jack, but he's ran a bit wide. Finley goes up the inside, but has not got. He has got the drive, and he switches positions, and he goes now up the inside. No, he's not able to, but Jack's run actually quite wide. Go onto the curb. Finley's got the exit, and Howling here just watching this all happen. Jack Berman now has got 3 long laps. So his race, he's well and truly last. He feels into the long lap route as well as Mohammed there. Mohammed comes out in 7th. Back at the so Nelson's been able to take Davies. Mini has completely missed that corner there. It's all going on now. Nelson's starting to close in on Max, so Nelson 4th place definitely on the cards. 3rd, he's probably going to have to rely on a mistake from Mini. Just time is not on his side right now, as Nelson is going to take Max very easily there. Max running a little bit wide, and Nelson taking the perfect line, and he is through. 3.5 seconds to catch in 2 laps. They're going to have to be some pretty good laps for Nelson to do it, but it's not impossible, especially if Mini makes mistakes, as Howling now goes to make his move on Finley. Which he does so, but Finley fights back straight away. But Howling is able to get the better exit, and is now into 8th place and sets its sights on Mohammed for 7th. Mohammed's got to be careful now. He doesn't do anything. He's got Howling on his case, as well as his teammate Finley. Oh, Howling's gone very wide, but luckily he's got a big enough gap over Finley to not have to worry about him going through. So, oh god, penultimate lap is what are those two doing? But my brain's gone. So penultimate lap, Deck's winning by 5.5 seconds. His race, unless he makes a mistake, is pretty much wrapped up. Josh in second, he's just maintaining the gap to Mini. And Nelson is closing in on Mini, but not at a fast enough rate. And Davies completely missing that corner. So Davies, even though he's got a long lap, is now falling to the clutches of Mohammed in 7th. Howling would probably finish. He's probably going to finish 7th, unless he can pass Mohammed, which is when he'll be able to get 6th. Mohammed's been able to get Davies, so I'm pretty sure that Davies will fall victim to Howling sooner or later. As you can see, he's completely missed the corner. Well, he's not missed the corner. He's managed to get it stopped, but he completely missed the turning point. Howling brings it back to a late apex, sets the bike up down the straight. I'm not sure if he's close enough to make a move. Mini's now under a second from Josh, so Josh has got a little bit of pressure. But he's just got to keep it tidy, and he should keep that second. Davies completely missing that corner. And as we enter turn 5, Howling nicely up the inside there, no worries at all, and he's through on Davies. There's more to, yeah, there it's over. So Deck leading the way by 6.5 seconds. Max and Mohammed coming together there. So Mohammed trying to take 5th place. Howling might still get 6th place or better if these two were to have a collision, but Mohammed up the inside of Max. Max trying to close the door, but Mohammed's found his way through. But Deck 6.7 seconds out in front. He's smoked the field like he's been wanting to all season, and it's finally he got a decent enough start, and now he's just got one corner to go. As Mini's gone down! Mini's gone down! That's the chicane on the last lap. Oh, we had it all wrapped up, and now he's dropped to 5th. He's dropped to 6th. He might even drop behind Howling, but Deck goes round the final corner, and he wins the first race in Aragon. Josh is going to bring home 2nd place. I'm pretty sure he'll be delighted at that, but will be very angry at the fact that Deck was racing, because he could have won this race. Nelson, after his crash, is 3rd. Davies is gone. It's going to be Mohammed who finishes 4th. Howling's going to end up in 5th. Max is 6th. Mini in 7th. He'll be absolutely kicking himself. And Jack Berman, Finley is 8th. And Jack Berman in 9th. So there we have it. Deck smoking the field every single way possible. Josh in 2nd. Nelson, great recovery to 3rd. Mohammed is all great recovery to 4th. Howling 5th. Max 6th. Mini 7th. Finley 8th. And Jack Berman 9th, with Davies disconnecting at the end there to finish 10th. Wow. let's go.
Everything's ready for the second.
So it's sunny again.
Session. In a while, we'll see the 14 riders who qualified.
I didn't change the slimming qualifying time, did I? I'm an idiot. Oh well, I'll just end it at 5 minutes. God, Mohammed, no, don't disconnect. Please. Right, so Deck is going to be the first person to start a lap in this stupid session that I've done. So 4 minutes to go. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on people who start the laps. Oh, that just staying in track limits there, that's very nice. Oh, a little bit wide as that as well, but that's still fine. As he now goes into this. Oh, and he's overshot himself. So now it's Jack Berman into the reverse corkscrew. And now round the long left. And now into the downhill left. Through the chicane. Down the straight. So Jack now crosses the line. Obviously goes pole. Will Finley beat that? Yep. Does Josh? No. Now it's Howling. He goes 4th. Wow. And Mini goes 5th. Nelson is on the lap. Expecting him to go to the front. Excuse me. So Nelson now down the straight. 3 red sectors as he enters the final corner. Does that a lot better. Ooh, made him. Well, he entered a lot better than he did in the previous session, but hit the curb there, so that sends him a little bit wide. He crosses the line to do a 1:51.6. Currently faster than what Deck is on. What's his second sector gonna be? And it's red. And now into the chicane. It's a third red sector for deck. Or a third sector, a red third sector I should say. And now into the final corner. Oh, he's gone a little bit hot there, but not too hot. Sets the bike up. Is this pole position? It is. Right, so no one after deck is going to finish this lap. So just going. So you got Mohammed. Right, so it's just whenever deck finishes his, hopefully deck finishes his lap. Need to keep an eye on. So Mohammed will be. Right, it's Mohammed next. Mohammed set to red sector 1. My head's all over the place. I'm trying to work out. So it's Mohammed. Everyone after Mohammed. So Howling now around the final corner to win his final lap of the session. Across the line, he goes 4th. Jack Berman goes 5th. Josh's lap apparently is invalid. As he boxes. And now Mini. It's on the lap. Max is at the end of the straight. Max is going to box as well. They're all boxing. So that's just Mohammed, and that's the session over. 30 seconds. Alright, so that's it. So deck takes pole, Nelson 2nd, Finley 3rd, Howling 4th, Jack Berman 5th, Mini 6th, Mohammed 7th, Josh 8th, and Max in 9th. I hope this doesn't crash the lobby. Oh no, it won't, will it? No, it won't. I'm thinking of the other glitch. Right.
Welcome.
Just waiting a couple of riders now. Excuse me. Excuse me. Right, so Mohammed. Just waited on him. Let's go. And we're off. And the two Red Bulls are side by side as they enter the first corner. Mohammed sends it. and he's down, and he's taken Howling with him, and Dex dropped all the way back. So Dex now into 7th, so that's bad for him, but Nelson leads the way with Finley in 2nd. Max has gone down. Jack Berman's 3rd, Mini 4th, Josh 5th, and Dex 6th, Howling 7th, Max in. Oh my lord. Okay, what was that? I didn't mean to do that. I've given him 2 warnings instead of 1. Anyway, back to normal. Nelson leads the way. Is looking to escape. These two trying to take the 2 podium spots. Many wanting revenge after crashing out in the last lap. And looking to try and take a 2nd victory, but with his start that's probably not going to happen. But you never know, he's definitely got the pace to win, just how long is it going to take him to get through the traffic. Oh, Josh, nice move on Mini. Mini goes onto the curb, and this might be easy pickings for Deck. And look at the bottom there, you got Finley and Jack going side by side down the straight, as well as Mini and Deck. Jack's going to switch. Amazing how these guys have gone from battling for 8th and 9th to 2nd and 3rd, and Jack sits Finley up very aggressively there, and that's just allowing the guys behind him to catch up. And Finley tries to break Jack into turn 1. What? Well, Deck's been tagged by Mini there. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. It didn't seem to look like a move that was on for it, so I'm just going to give Mini warning just in case. You know, that was a bit of a hard move, but the 2 Mark VDS boys now are into the podium spots nearly. But K-Team just can't seem to have one rider do well. Well, both riders do well at the same time. One of them has to suffer. Nelson's out in front while his championship rival Howling's in 5th. So he'll be closing in on the championship if it stays like this. Oh, that's Finley wide. Mohammed's got 3 long lap penalties. How is that even possible? He didn't even jump the start. So they enter the final corner. These should look set to be battling for the final spot. And now into turn 1, Finley sends it up the inside. So Finley takes position from Jack Berman, but Jack wait, no, Finley was in front anyway. But Jack's going to fight into turn 4 and takes the position. Finley's going to hold it round the outside. That's not worked, and Howland's going to say thank you for that 4th place. And he takes it. Or not. Or he does, just about. As now they go into this tight right. And Howland looking to take the podium spot from Jack. No, it's Josh. What am I on about? Ugh. Josh runs wide like he did in the first race, and that's going to make him go really wide. And the exit, and that's going to allow Howland to take the inside line through this corner here. But Josh, I think, yes, Josh closes the door. As they enter this tight left-hander, as Finley runs on again. He's just lost quite a bit of time there. And into the chicane. Mini's now got a long lap penalty. Oh, Josh didn't get a great exit out there. Oh, contact between him and Howling. So I said Howling pushing him onto the right onto the green. Wow. Josh holds it round. No way, he's gonna hold it round the outside. Oh, he is as well. Very nicely done there by Josh. Very, very good riding there. He wants this third place. And he goes into turn 1. And now into the hairpin for these two. Jack Boom is just a second ahead of them, so second place could still be on the cards. Because I believe they are closing in after they've stopped battling for a little while. Nelson just 4 seconds up the road. You can see Deck in the background there. He's only 3 point something seconds away now, so Deck's pace is really strong, just extremely unlucky. Finley's now got a long lap penalty, and Howling's going to go up the inside of Josh. And Howling is now into 3rd place, and he's sets his sights on 2nd, and he takes a very defensive line for this corner. He's not let Josh get through. Now through the chicane. Oh, Josh taking a lot of entry speed there. Thought it was going to do the Vindex there. Oh, wait, why is Jack going so slow down the straight? Or was that just a slipstream effect? But Howling's looking to take 2nd, and no, he can't. And Josh now coming under pressure from the other Mark VDS bike. Okay, it's just slipstream. As they go into turn 1, Howling is not close enough to make his move. Through this section now, Howling will be looking everywhere to make a move, but currently not close enough as he goes onto the red part of the circus, and he's down. Unbelievable. And now he is dropped all the way down to 7th place after all of that. And Nelson's out in front, and I don't know if you won't know, but I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted to find out. And Deckis might get 4th place still. Josh has got no, Josh. That could still get 3rd place at the end of all this. There's Howling. What is going on? What was that? There was contact between Mohammed and Howling. Howling's ended up 5th. Finley's 3rd. He's got a long lap, so that could be on for a 3rd place somehow, despite assassination attempts. So Nelson now through the chicane, and he's just got to do the straight. And around the final corner, and it's going to be Nelson who wins in Aragon and closes heavily into the championship lead of Howling. Jack Berman is going to take 2nd place. Finley's going to cross the line in 3rd, but it's going to be Deck who finishes 3rd. Howling, I don't know if you'll still have. Well, it'll definitely have 5th place, but I don't know how far back Finley's going to be. So drop.
Excuse me.
So Nelson takes 1st, Jack Berman 2nd, Deck in 3rd. So if you switch round Mark VDS bikes, switch around the KTMs, basically the same result as race 1. Finley in 4th, Howling 5th, Josh 5th, 6th, Mini 7th, Mohammed 8th, and Max in 9th.
Yo, what's up? So, thanks. Yeah, no worries. At the end of the day. I know. I know. Bro, I have Jack on. You know what? You know I have Jack on. Come on. Oh yeah, because for the interview, you know.
Right. Right, we're going to start with Nelson. I don't know if Deck is in the party or he will be in the party, but
Nah, Dak ain't doing the interview.
okay.
He done with it.
I'll presume what he was going to say for the first one. Right, so first race, Nelson, you, from remembering, you ended up on the floor at some point. I can't remember why. I can't remember how we ended up on the floor. Or you got pushed wide because memory doesn't serve me. But you ended up climbing through the order to 4th until Mini dumped it on the final chicane on the last lap, and you took 3rd. So how was the first race?
Yeah. So yeah, the first race was a bit like disappointing. Me and my teammate had a smoke qualifying, as we call it. Us both being a second in front of the rest is something that, you know, you have an advantage, a pace advantage, and you want to use it in the race, of course. So my whole point of view of this race was to work with my teammate very well, to break away from the group. Of course we can battle, but you know, keep it safe so we can get the points for KTM as we were lacking points in some races. So yeah, the game plan was just basically to get a 1-2 finish here in Aragon. But yeah, the lap 1, I got bumped out wide. You know, I believe the long corner. Then I went for an overtake and someone closed the door on me. But yeah, I mean, it's racing, shit happens. But I'm happy that I could you know, pass people one by one and get to Mini. I was closing down Mini a lot, but if he didn't crash, I think it would have been really close with the slipstream on the back straight. But I don't think an overtake would have been easy to do on the last corner. So yeah, unfortunate Mini crashed at the chicane, so I could yeah, overtake him and get 3rd place for the team.
Yeah. Congratulations on your 3rd place and closing down on the championship. Right, so we'll go with Josh. So Josh, in that first race you stayed out of trouble and you were in 2nd place by the end of lap 1, and I'm sure, you know, you finished 2nd, but I'm pretty sure you wish Deck didn't turn up like you wanted him to. Like you didn't want him to, because you could have got your first win. But it's a 2nd place, and you did well to hold on to Deck for as long as you did until you ran a little bit wide in the corkscrew, and then from then on he just seemed to vanish out of nowhere. But well done for taking second. How was it?
It was good. The turn one just sort of made the race. I don't know who came up the inside, but they weren't stopping for the corner anyway. And they just took everyone out, and I went through, and I managed to stay with Deck for a lap. But then that man just went into time trial. He was gone. Yeah, the corkscrew ran wide, and then he was gone. Gone. That's how my race went.
Great. So well done, and I wish you luck to get your first win this season soon. And if Deck was here, I'm pretty sure all he'd see is no. I'll about to say that wrong. I was about to say that completely wrong. I'm pretty sure he'd say "Or smoke no mercy." Oh dear. Right, so Deck finished third, so I'm pretty sure he'd say he's happy to recover after being killed, or nearly killed. He's happy Nelson won, even though he could have won. Right, we'll go with the next person, who was Jack Berman. So, you were fighting with Finley at the start of the race, and then you dropped Finley, who fell to clutches of Josh. And then you sort of just had to manage the gap. You had Howling on your tail, as well as Finley and Nelson. And then Howling crashed, and then you just brought it home in second place, so well done.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about the race, but it was an alright race. I got a good start after some mayhem happened at turn 1, like it did on the race 1 as well. But I just got a good start. I was behind a Finley, and I was getting ready to make my move. But I think it was on the first lap I'd done it, and I'd done it coming onto the back straight just before that, and it was a pretty nice move. And then I just managed, and I started pulling him because he tried to get the split stream on the straight. And straight after that, I just started pulling away. It was getting to around a 2-second gap, and then I saw Finley getting dropped by Howlin and Josh. And there, I don't know if that was just me having my really bad pace at that time of the race, or them having good pace, but I'm not sure. But I managed to keep on to second after Howlin crashed, and Josh crashed as well. But it's good for the team championship as well, with Josh's P2, I think it was, in race 1. So yeah, happy with that, P2.
Yeah, so well done, and good luck for the remaining rounds. Right, so we finally leave with Nelson. So, you got a decent start, and you were away. You managed to escape all the carnage happened with Mohammed at the start, I think it was, and then sort of just got left by your own and did what Deck did in the first race. So well done, as well as you've been able to pull a gap on Howling. Well, pull the gap back on Howling, which I'm pretty sure you've been dying to do since Kimi Ring. So yeah, how was that race for you?
Yeah, you know what? This race has been good for the championship wise, but I've just told myself not to think about the championship too much, because thinking about the championship while racing is mostly a disadvantage, because you're just too worried what's gonna happen in the race. So I'm just gonna take it race by race. But it feels good to finally catch up to Howling, as I know I have the pace, and sometimes better pace than Howling, so I can overtake him in the championship and take the Moto 2 crown that I tried to get in season 1. But you made it hard for me. But the thing that I'm bummed about for this race is once again we tried for the 1-2 in race 2 as well. But yeah, I mean, carnage happened. I saw the messages popping up on the dashboard, and yeah, my teammate got caught up in it, and it's unfortunate, because some riders have to pay attention what they're doing on track. It's important to respect each other on track as well. So I mean, me and Deck will probably try to do it next week, but yeah, we hope to do it today to gain the points back for KTM. But still decent points. I'm happy overall. I want to thank everyone for for watching and supporting, and I'm happy.
Yeah, so well done, and yeah, hopefully more victories to come. And I don't know, I can't figure out how far behind you are now in the championship, but the gap's definitely will be in the tens region. Between 10 and 19, definitely somewhere between there. And the teams, I don't know, but I'm sure it's getting closer. So that's been round 6. We will see you on Sunday for the final round of Division 1, as well as a special little something on Monday, which is very special. And yeah, so see ya.